Hi there, my name is Whitney and I'm the crafter behind the blog and YouTube channel Whiskey Whit, and I also was the one that got the chance to curate the January Expressions Vinyl Mystery Project box for you, and I'm really excited to share today's project to help you get crafting with the contents of your box. Now, when I designed the cut files for this box, I had this project specifically in mind, and that was to make over some of these really popular beer can glasses or can glasses, whatever you want to call them, and these specifically are the Libby brand that I got from Amazon. Now, as far as supplies, we are going to be using our transfer tape from the box, and then as far as vinyl, we're doing black matte Oracle 651, and then this is also the color changing vinyl. So this is going to be super fun once we get it on the cup, because when we put cold liquids inside, it's going to change from that pale pink to a bright pink. So let's get started. So the first thing you're going to want to do is know the size of your cup so that you can create your decal so it will fit perfectly on your cup. So for these, they're a pretty standard size because these Libby brand ones are what a lot of different people use. So here are the dimensions on the screen for you if you're using the same cup as me, and this is what I cut mine to. So if you've got a different brand or something bigger than the 16-ounce size that I am using here, you can measure yourself and then adjust the SVG accordingly. So to do that, you're going to want to measure from the top curve to the bottom. There's some indents, so you want to make sure you just have the flat part of your glass. So this is a little over about, a little over 4 inches. And then we're also going to wrap it around the outside, just so then that way we can see how wide and how much you need to go around the cup. So once you have those measurements, you can then adjust and then go from there. So once you have your measurements, you're going to use your machine to cut out the free SVG file that you got along with your box. And it's going to be one part of it that you're going to cut in black, which is a leopard print with some Valentine's Day envelopes. And then on the color changing, we are going to do the hearts. So those are the pink parts of the file. So today I'm making a set of 2 of these cups, and I'm still going to have some of this material left over. So I'm going to cut them apart and get them weeded, and then we'll get them on our cups. Now it's time to layer them. So to help do that, I'm going to use some parchment paper, just so then I can line things up, because your vinyl's not going to stick to the parchment paper. It's just going to allow you to see where it's going to be before you stick it down and realize it may be in the wrong spot. So we're going to put our parchment paper down on top of our black matte vinyl, and I'm just going to use my scraper tool to push that down. And then I'm going to grab some transfer tape, measure it out to the size that I need. And this is in your box as well. And we're going to peel this back and apply it to our pink hearts first. And then we will then use it to apply it to the black. Now, I cut my piece of transfer tape bigger than my pink hearts because I want to make sure that I have enough extra so that I will cover up all of the black envelope and leopard pieces. So I'm just using my squeegee tool, kind of push it down, and I'm going to peel off the backer of that color changing vinyl. And then it's time for the parchment paper trick. So what we're going to do is we're going to leave just a little bit off here on the side so that you can kind of see where the heart's going to go. But then the rest of this, you can apply it over the top. So we're trying to line up the certain hearts in the areas where they'd be a sticker on the Valentine. And then we're also lining up the other hearts in the open spaces. So once you have it where you want it to go, then you're going to push it down on the piece that doesn't have the parchment paper underneath it. Get that pushed down really well. And then you're going to kind of make a hinge, pull it back, and then you can take your hand and push it down, and it's going to go right where you want it. So we're going to go over the top again, making sure everything is pushed down here the way we like it. And then it is time to apply it to our cup. So what I like to do with the cup to make it sit is I'll usually take my tools. So my squeegee tool's a nice little stopper, and then I put my other piece on the other side. So then that way it's there, you can look at it, and it's not going to roll on you. Sometimes I'll use rolls of tape, etc.
So we're just gonna peel back the backer on that black vinyl, and then it's time to apply it to our cup. So what I'm gonna do here is the goal is to get the top and bottom lined up. Because it's a cylinder, it doesn't matter like really where the front and back is. You don't have any seams. So I'm worried about just lining up the bottom and the top so it's centered and straight that way. Then we're gonna take our hand, rub it around, up and down the one way. And then we're gonna continue to keep this pulled all the way around. Continue to push it down. Keep pulling that transfer tape. And you may need to peel back this piece of transfer tape to create some space for the other one to sit down. So you can go ahead and push it down with your little tool, just the edge there, and then peel it back. So you create an opening for this to come around. Push this down as well. And then I like to stick my hand in the opening because it helps me grip it better. And then we're just gonna go to town and make sure everything is pressed down here, making sure everything, the top, the bottom, you can also get in there with your fingers. Start peeling it back whichever direction works best, or whatever you feel like doing. And this is where you can check and make sure things did adhere correctly. So if you've got any pieces that have popped up just because there's a lot of small pieces, take your finger, push it back down. Keep pulling carefully. And we kind of want to do this at an angle. So I'm using my hand not only to put pressure on this as well as pull it back. So you're pushing down and pulling, and oop, there's a little piece that ran away. So we're gonna fix that again, keep pulling. And then when you're done.
So here's what your cup looks like when you have just the vinyl on it. And then when you add the cold water, it will change to the brighter pink, so you can see your hearts will be popping. I hope you loved this project, and if you recreate it yourself, be sure to take a picture and share it on social media. Be sure to tag Expressions Vinyl as well as Whiskey and Whit so we can see what you guys are up to with the mystery project box for January 2023. Thanks for watching and happy crafting.